Hey guys, so I know it's been a long since I posted my last video, but believe it or not, college gets a lot busier than I thought. So I'm going to make a quick synopsis of what's happened in the last year. Right now it's the fall of my sophomore year. It is November, so it's about a year since my last video. In my previous videos I discussed a lot of things starting up the freshman year as far as joining clubs, doing sports, studying, going to see teachers and all that stuff. But now my life's changed a lot, and I would love to start back up again and share the stuff with you. I had switched majors from my undecided major to the mechanical engineering technology, and essentially it's a bunch of technological and engineering based classes, a lot of labs, very time consuming. I moved out of the dorm, and I now live in an apartment with my two friends, and I live on the top floor, which is a full floor bedroom, which I can show you guys in a later video. But what I want to talk about today actually is time management. So, neglecting the fact that it's been a year, I would like to jump into managing your classes wisely and letting classes take precedence over others when it comes to doing homework, going to see professors, studying for exams, writing papers, and everything else that comes along with the course. Currently, I'm taking a class called MET 111, or Statics. Basically, it's a physics-style course, only using algebra to find forces, angles, friction, the moment of any a magnitude of a force, many extensive things that I really don't want to get into right now because it would probably make me curl up and cry. So what I'm going to do, though, what I would like to discuss is, well, the reason I brought up this class is by far and away the most time-consuming class that I've ever experienced, and by talking to people who have taken the class and by talking to my advisor, I found out that this is the largest complained class, if not the largest, one of the largest on campus that's complained about, and here's why. So we get homework assignments Monday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Those are the days we have lectures. So we're assigned something on Friday, our lab, which is due Monday. That's 4 problems, and it doesn't seem that long, except it takes forever. It's a very procedural course, has protocols that must be followed, and even if the math is 100% correct, if procedure does not occur in the orderly fashion that it is presented in as you learn it throughout the course, then you might as well be writing in a different language because it won't do you any good. So on average, it takes about 12 to 15 hours a week to complete all the homework, and that's just outside of class. So on top of that, combined with the 8 hours in class, sorry, not 8 hours in class, there's an 8-hour maximum out-of-class work that is, by policy, that's the maximum amount of work you can give students per week. Our teacher exceeds that by 4 hours. Now this doesn't seem like a whole lot, but think about it. I'm taking 4 lab classes this semester that include the statics course, an MET 143, or the like manipulation and the working of metals and ceramics and things of the like. I'm taking physics, and I'm also taking a very extensive course dealing with professional writing, how to present your information. So you can imagine that on top of this class, I'm taking 3 other labs and spending 12 hours a week just on this, devoted to this class. And I don't get out of class until 2 or 3 o'clock, in which then I start my other homework, and I meet up with a friend. I think, real quick, a little tidbit. Very important that you find at least one person in your class, no matter what class it is, that is willing to meet with you, or at least get their information, so you can just text them and ask them, oh, is this due, or how do you do this, how did you go about performing this, and even for test studying, even if you don't utilize the information they give you or contact them, having that person in that class that you know can provide you with a level of comfort unparalleled by just acquaintances that you see on a weekly basis. So, that being said, I have this friend who I met last year, and luckily we were in the same section. So we started working on these homeworks together, and thank God we did so, because together we can complete the assignments in, God, 5-hour increments, but separately it would be near impossible. So the first thing I would like to say about this course is that it's actually very vital that you go about listen to everything in class first of all when it comes to these type of classes. If you find yourself slowly slipping on these extensive, very comprehensive courses, go see the teacher. It lets you not only when you meet them, and I've talked about going to see professors before, but um, when you go to them, it not only helps you with their assignment, but also gives you a brighter outlook on the rest of the course. You understand the professor a little better, and let me tell you, everyone in this course despises this class, everything about it. The only thing we can't hate is, you guessed it, the professor. I've spoken with him multiple times one-on-one, and he is the nicest guy. So you can imagine it's extremely hard to hate a course but love the professor. You understand what he's coming from. You understand the information he's trying to forcibly shove down our throats, proverbially, um, but you just don't want to do it. So it's a conflict, but you get through it by finding that person that can help you and going to see the teacher when things slip. By managing your time, there's a way to prioritize your classes based on what needs to get done. And this can take the form of a calendar by writing down things that are due earliest, and you can do things as they come along, or you can work on them in a bulk session, give up some sleep, and get them all done. What I usually do is I have smaller assignments due every few days, so I'll finish those throughout the day. It takes me about an hour and a half to complete my math homework, type a little bit of an English essay that I have due later, take this online quiz, and that's my day. And then I get some dinner, and it's like 7 p.m. This time, then I will get together with that friend, whether it be me going over to his place or him coming over here, and we will do the homework for a few hours. Now, we usually work from maybe 7:30 to about 11:30 or midnight, before we start getting really cranky and we start contemplating giving up. But usually we get done by then, and we're extremely exhausted, and we're angry at everything, and we're probably yelling at each other. If the conversations haven't gone south yet, then it's a miracle. So it does affect your emotions and stuff doing these lengthy assignments, but that's the way to go about it. I think it's best that you at least have someone there, or have someone on hand who's willing to help you, or even with a text can help you with an answer, or just saying, oh, the homework's not so bad, or it's kind of bad, we should get together and work on it together. It will make the course 1,000 times easier, I'm telling you. Now, these courses can be extremely daunting. It's very important that you also go tell your advisor, because they can adjust the course accordingly. They tell the professors. Unfortunately, in my case, the course has been against these policies for a long time. I mean, I don't know what this professor has. Some pull on the board, the department head, I don't know what it is, but he's managed to give us this amount of work without drawing any sort of punishment from the school's registrar, or what have you. So for these extremely tough courses, manage your time well, lay it out, and take your medicine. You know you're going to have to do the homework. Instead of procrastinating, find the best way to go about it, and I know you've heard it a bazillion times, not to procrastinate and this and that. It's okay to procrastinate when it comes to other courses that don't take priority. So in that case, it's not really procrastinating, it's prioritizing. There's a fine line, there's a gray area between what's between prioritizing and procrastinating. But once you get your schedule laid out on what needs to be done first, or what's going to take the longest time, then you can gauge the rest of your work. You can eat when you need to, take a nap, prepare yourself for some lengthy assignments that you know you're going to have to do. And it'll also do wonders if you work on it, just a day before or something. Just knock out a little bit of work. I mean, I have a 12-page paper due by the first day of finals week. I have 6 pages done because I literally was just watching something on Hulu, and every commercial, because there's a million of them, I would open Microsoft Word, type a few sentences, and that's that. And then next thing I knew, you have 6 pages, and I'm looking up sources, but it's all about finding those the time in your day to do these classes that are extremely hard and work in the rest of your classes. I really do hope this helps. I think it's extremely important with the college student who's getting deeper into his major and is hitting those classes that are important to their degree, and they have to perform a certain to a certain level so that potential employers can see that they have a grasp on the subject they studied. So if you have any questions, please message me. I'll be happy to answer. Please subscribe. I'm going to be putting out videos consistently now, unlike I was this past year. My next video will probably be about living situations, because I've had an interesting year when it comes to that. But I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving, and look forward to those videos coming up. Bye!